Hello students, welcome to Competitive Exam Library YouTube channel. Today we are going to see what is the signal flow graph and what is the importance of the signal flow graph in the defining the transfer function of any system. So first it is defined as the graphical representation of a set of simultaneous equations or transfer function. So whenever you want to reduce the or whenever you want to derive the transfer function of any control system, you can use this signal flow graph method also. And see, signal flow graph is also defined as the representation of the block diagrams also. You can represent the block diagrams also, or you can convert the block diagrams also into signal flow graph. So and another fashion you can convert, see, the algebraic equations, see, a set of equations which are written in the form of cause and effect also, that is also can be converted into signal flow graph. This is the basic introduction of the signal flow graph. So what is the purpose we are going to use the signal flow graph? Signal flow graph is used to determine the transfer function of a control system. And so why we are going this method, as we are having the block diagram reduction, because signal flow graph will reduce the time consumption as well as easier method whenever you are compared with the block diagram reduction. So let us see this this block diagram can be invented by S.J. Masons. So he has derived the formula also to determine the transfer function. So he has determined how to find the transfer function formula. So that is called as the Mason's gains formula. From that formula you are going to derive what is the transfer function of the system here. So let us see what are the important terminology what we are going to use for the drawing of the signal flow graph. There are some 13 important terminologies are there which we are going to use for the drawing of the signal flow graph. One is node, another is the branch, another is the gain or transmittance, input node, output node, mixed node, path, forward path gain, individual loop, loop gain, non-touching loops, touching path, non-touching path. These are the 13 important terminology what we are going to use for the construction of the signal flow graph. Let us see one by one. See, this is called as the node. I am starting with the node. What is the meaning of the node here? So node is a point representing a variable or signal. So whenever you are representing a variable or a signal, we are going to use that is a node. Node normally will be represented with a thick circle, or that is thick black circle, or it may be a thick white circle. The both may be used for the representation of the node. And what is the meaning of the branch? Branch is a directed line segment joining two nodes. Whenever you want to join two nodes, you are joining with the branch. So the arrow of that branch indicates the direction of signal flow, where it is going, the direction of the signal flow, it will be indicated by that direction, that by arrow signal will flow in one direction. So okay, whenever you are decided direction, signal will flow only in one direction. Signal flow graph consists of a network in which nodes are connected by a directed branch. So let us see example here. Just I am showing one example. If you observe here, so these two nodes are joined by one branch. So this is called as the branch. Okay, between two nodes a directed line is there, that is called as the branch here. Let us see another definition here. What is the meaning of the gain or transmittance? So gain, in some of the textbooks they will write it as gain, in some of the textbooks they will write it as transmittance. The gain acquired by the signal when it travels from one node to another node is called the transmittance or gain. Okay, so the transmittance can be, it is a real number or a complex number. Let us take an example of the gain or transmittance. So we have taken one branch. So for this branch, how much of the gain will be there when it is traveling from this node to another node? Let us see that. So this is called as the gain or transmittance. So we are calling it as the gain or transmittance. For this branch, what is the gain means? We are saying it as G. That is the meaning of the gain or transmittance. So gain can be written as it is the ratio of the x2 divided by x1. So that is the meaning of the gain of that branch. Next definition, we will see what is the meaning of the input node. Input node means it is a node that has only outgoing branches, that is called as the input node, or another way it is also called as the source. Let us see that is also. So if you observe here, the node, from this node all the signals are going out, that is called as the input node. Okay, so let us see what is the meaning of the output node or sink. So what is the meaning of output node or sink? See, the node which is having only incoming branches, exactly opposite what we have taken previous condition. So if the node is having only incoming branches, that is called as the output node. So it is also called as the sink here. Okay, this is another definition. Mixed node, here it is a node that has both, okay, both incoming and outgoing branches. We can call it as the mixed node. Let us take one example here. So if you observe here an example of the input node, from this node you observe, so one signal is going out, one signal is coming in. Next, for this node you observe here, one signal is coming in, another signal is going out, and this signal is coming in. So these two nodes are called as a mixed node. So two nodes are called as the mixed nodes. And what is the meaning of the path here? So if you take the path definition, path is the continuous unidirectional. Okay, whenever you are seeing a unidirectional succession of the branches along which no nodes is passed or crossed more than once. So whenever you are traveling, so branches along which is no nodes is passed, that means you should not cross again and again that nodes more than once, that is called as the path. Okay, unidirectional. So direction should be unidirectional, succession of the branches. So you should go to direction of the branches along which no nodes is passed. So and it is also defined as the traversal of or traveling of connected branches in the direction of branch or in the direction of branch arrows, in the direction of the branch arrows. And in another way it is the path should not cross a node more than once. So it should not cross the more than once node. So there are three types of paths are there. One is open path, another is the closed path, another is the forward path. Here let us take what is the meaning of the open path. Open path starts at a node and ends at another node, that is called as the open path. Let us see the example here. So this is called as the open path here. And you see the closed path. So closed path is defined as it will starts from one node and ends at the same node, that is called as the closed path. Let us see the another example here. So it is started from this node and it is ending up here and it is coming to here. So this is called as the closed path. Next you see forward path, which we are going to use particularly for solving of the problems. Forward path, it is a path from the input node to output node that has here here that does not cross any node more than once. So this is very important. So which we are going to use, the first step problem is, see in this example we are having, so we are traveling in this path. So let us take, this is the numbers I am giving for the nodes 1, 2, 3 and 4 here. So whenever you are traveling like this, so if you take this as the input node, so if you take this as the input node, this is the output node, you are traveling the input to output, so that is crossing 1 2 3 4. So and whenever you can reach this output also in another fashion also, you see, that is, this is the one forward path which is traveling through 1 2 3 4 nodes, that is called as the one forward path. And whenever you observe, after reaching the second node, you can travel in this fashion also through D. So you can consider that is another path, that is number 5 I am giving for that. So what we can take, the another forward path can be 1 2 2 5 also, you are reaching 5 and 4. So like this we can call it as, these are the forward path, very important. So whenever you are reaching the input node to output node, you are not crossing the node again and again, that means it should not cross more than once, that is called as the forward path. Let us see what is the meaning of the forward path gain. So whenever you have taken, it is the product of the branch transmittance for the gain forward path. Let us consider the example what we have taken previously. So here for this path the gain will be A, for this path the gain will be C, for this path the gain will be C. So for this path the gain will be D. So we are taking the product of the branch transmittance or branch gain. So you have to take, so branch transmittant or gain for a forward path. So you take this example. For this, if you observe here the example we have taken, so whenever you are multiplying the gains of the forward path, that is called as the forward path gain. So let us consider the first forward path gain. So whenever you observe, first forward path gain will be, it is traveling through A, B, C only. So this is the first forward path gain, so which is the product of A into B into C. This is called as the forward path gain. So this is called as forward path gain. And another forward path also you can observe here, there is another forward path. So there will be another forward path here. What is that another forward path? Here it will be traveling through A as well as it is traveling through D only. So this is called as the another forward path gain. So you are having two forward paths here. So you are having two forward path gains. Next, see what is the meaning of the individual loop. So if you observe, individual loop means a closed path. Actually it is a closed path starting from a node, and after passing through a certain path, graph arrives at a same node. So whenever you are traveling, so some forward path, that means some path, it may be travels through some certain path, then it will reach to same node without crossing any node more than once. So it should not cross more than once, that is called as the individual loop. So let us take example for the individual loop here. So whenever you observe here, there is, this is called as the individual loop. So individual loop, here I have taken the example is, it is also called as the self loop also. Why? Because it is traveling from the same node and reaching to the same node, then we are calling it as the individual loop, or it may be called as a self loop also. So let us see another example of the individual loop. If you observe here, there is, it is starting from this point and reaching, traveling through some certain point, then reach it to once again the same node, then it is called as the individual loop. So the example I have shown particularly above, that is called as the self loop. So this can be particularly called as, another name can be self loop here. So feedback that contains only one node. So here if you observe, this is called as the feedback loop also, which we are going to use for the terminology. Feedback loop also, which contains one node, is called the self loop or individual loop. Self loop contains only one branch. So if you observe here, self loop, it is having only one branch here, but whereas in case of the feedback loop or individual loop, you may have two branches here like this. So self loop contains only one branch. Next, let us see what is the meaning of the loop gain. So loop gain is, it is the product of branch gain of a loop. So it can be defined as the product of all gain in loop, where loop is nothing but a closed path from a node to the same node. So whenever you are multiplying the gains of all the loop, that loop we are calling it as the loop gain. Let us take one example here. So it is having the loop gain. I have taken one example. See here, what is the loop gain here? If you observe here, it is a loop we are identified, then the loop gain will be, it is a product of B and D. So this is also very important, we are going to use for solving of the problems. Next, you see what is the meaning of the non-touching loop here. So if the loops doesn't have common node, that is called as the non-touching loops here. So let us take that example also. Whenever you take example here, see here what will happens. So if you observe, there is one loop will be there here, these two loops are there, here one loop will be there, and here also one more loop will be there. So these two loops, let us give the names L1 and L2, they are not having any common node. Here the nodes are here and the nodes are here, so they are not having any common node. That's why they are called it as the non-touching loops here. That is the meaning of the non-touching loop. So let us see what is the meaning of the touching path. So touching path means whenever you are traveling, so according to the direction here, let us consider this is called as the forward path. So touching path here, so you are traveling in this direction. So this path you are traveling from input node to output node, so only that is called as the touching path. That means it is traveling through only the according to the arrows you are reaching, that is called as the touching path. So in another way we are already defined as the forward path also. So it is going to touch all the nodes, then we are calling it as the touching path here. So let us take example of non-touching path also. You see here the same example I have considered, but I have made some changes. You observe here. So if you consider this path if you consider in reaching the output node, it is called as the touching path because it is touching all the nodes. But whenever you take this path traveling through like this and through like this, so whenever you traveled like this, so reaching the output path, it is called as the non-touching path here because it is not touching the all the nodes, that is called as the non-touching path here. That's all in this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe the channel. So if you have any query, please make comment in the comment box. I can reply. Thank you very much.